Attention, please. Cinder Collie to the nurse's station. Cinder Collie to the nurse's station. Thank you.
Guys! Hi! What's up? We're back again. It's another freaking day. It's a Thursday. Day 2 of having 3 days off in between work. It's always so nice. The second day is always the best because the second day you're always the most rested because you didn't have to work the day before and you got to sleep in a little bit today. And I don't gotta go to work tomorrow, which means today's the best day. It's the freaking middle of my weekend. Guys, what's up? Welcome in. So glad to have you back. Bubba the Protogen, Radium Desu, Rick the Boy Out, hey. Hyper Demon, DC Flash, Shugaka, Beagle the Wolf. Hi guys, Rex Collie, welcome in. Deeper Ended, hey. Silver Griever, Brutus Bow, I don't know, man. That's some Corona-S stuff right there, man. That's some Corona-S. We still in the height of this. You can't be going around snuggling people. It's not quite that time yet. You gotta wait a little longer. Captain Grumpy, hey. Kai Aiden, what's up? Fullen, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Puppy Flock. Welcome in. We're gonna be talking about a undervalued and underappreciated unsung hero of our body, the lymphatic system. Who here, who knows anything about the lymphatic system? Does anybody know anything about it? It's one of those ones that just kind of like fades into obscurity, and you only know when things are you only know about it, you only learn about it when things go wrong. Okay, why is it? I don't want that head. There we go. When things go wrong with it, then you learn very quickly how important it is. You know you have one? Congratulations, Biko. You know probably about as much as... I'd say that's probably more than other people, because I feel like there are a lot of people who don't know they have a lymphatic system because they've never heard of it. Brutus, I'm just saying. Everybody, you guys remember, we're always like, remember back in the height of COVID, talking about like April and May? Like we're not in the height of COVID right now? I make that mistake all the time. I'm like, yeah, back during COVID. Oh wait, it's still COVID and it's still horrible. And how many plans have you guys had? How many plans have you guys made where you're like, once COVID's over, we're gonna do this? And who knows if it's ever gonna be over? I hope so, but I don't know. It's been a long year. Do I have a YouTube? Yeah, I do. It's just Cinder Collie. Pretty much all I post on there is the VODs from the stream. Back during COVID, and by that I mean now, but I'm always like, hey, remember back in COVID when I refer to like May or June? Like May and June are not about to just sneak up on us again. Hope you've been well. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well as well. Lymph nodes, yes. Your lymph and your lymph nodes and your lymphoid organs and all that crazy stuff that nobody ever actually talks about unless it actually gets messed up. It's like the water, it's like the sewage treatment plant. You don't ever really notice it's there until something goes wrong. And then, well then you definitely know something's wrong. But I gotta drink the coffee first because, you know, it's coffee time. You can't be teaching on an uncaffeinated brain. I need those adenosine receptors to be blocked so I don't feel sleepy and tired. You did, and then your fiance said, screw it, let's get married now, and we did. Love in the time of COVID. I will say Tux and I have made the best of it. We moved in together, we've been sharing our lives together, we haven't had to do anything with anybody else, which is kind of nice. We don't have any social obligations because we just, oh, COVID, can't go out, sorry. It's been great. We've basically just been enjoying our lives together without the influence of anybody else, which is great, but I do miss seeing people. I do miss, like, seeing friends. I definitely need it because the only people I interact with right now are, like, at least in person, Tux and work. They're like the only people I interact with on a daily basis is Tux and the people at work. And don't get me wrong, the people at work they're nice, but they're coworkers. I don't make friends with my coworkers. Do you guys do things with your coworkers? Do you like hang out with them? Do you do things with them outside of work, or do you only interact with them at work? Personally, coworkers are coworkers. I want them to, the least The less they know about my life or interact with me outside of work, the better. They don't need to know anything about me, because all it does then is make work awkward. I've tried it before. It never works out. If I can do a medical explanation on cooties. Yeah, you got them, and I don't want them. So stay away. 6 feet. 6 feet back. Oh, wrong hand. 6 feet back. Back away with your cooties. I see you with them. Nasty cootie plague rat. Get back. 6 feet. There's your explanation for him. You got him. I don't want him. I don't have any coworkers. I run my own business. Well, there you go. That makes it real easy. Or at least pretend to get on. Wait. What are you talking about? DJ, what are you talking about? Coworkers are people you force to be around. You get on because it's awkward if you don't, or you at least pretend to get on. I agree. I genuinely enjoy the company of my coworkers. They're nice. But like, I feel like if we were to do anything, all we do is talk about work. And all we do at work is bitch about work. So it's like, what are we gonna do? Bitch about work while not at work? That doesn't sound that fun. I can do that at home with Tux. I got cooties and I'm gonna give them.
Back away.
Now watch your cooties. Get out of here. Six feet. How have you not learned this? It's been almost a freaking year. It was 6 feet. Back up. Introverts social distance before it was cool? Yeah, they did. I just want to give hugs, but 6 feet. Well, guess what? Just gonna have to wait. But yeah, I don't like doing things with my coworkers. I know some people do. I can't stand it. I don't like it. They've tried to get me to come out and do things. They're like, "Oh, Cinder, come drink with us or come hang out with us." And I'm just like, "No, I'm good. I'm good. I can do that at home and not feel socially obligated to fit in with a crowd. I can do that at home. I'm good. Thank you." And once again, the closer you get with your coworkers, the harder it is to separate your professional and your personal life. And then personal issues start becoming professional issues, and professional issues start becoming personal issues. And once you kind of mix those two together, it's just a recipe for a stressful life. I very much I have a strong divide between personal and professional life. I don't do things with people outside of work, and I don't work with people that I know. You separate the two, your life's great. Because then when personal issues arise, they don't influence your professional status. And when professional issues come up, they don't influence your personal life. So I just don't do it. That's your doc voice? I'm not a freaking doctor. I'm a nurse. It's different. I'm not smart enough to be a doctor. Plus, I don't know. All they do now, medicine is not. Okay. Medicine is not house. Okay. There isn't a group of doctors sitting around a round table, throwing ideas at a diagnosis of one person. No, that's not how medicine works. At least in the emergency department, medicine works by, we draw a bunch of blood work and we throw you through the CT scanner, and then we wait for everything to result, and you take all the pieces and you go, okay, it's this. And that's it. And guess what? If you don't know what it is, that's when you call a specialist. Hey, I'm not sure what's going on with this guy. What do you think? Okay, cool. Thanks. It is no longer the investigative discovery, reality television people want it to be. No, it's just, it's protocol medicine. You practice per protocols, and you just kind of follow the algorithms. It's not that exciting. Maybe if you work in like some special infectious disease, maybe, but for the most part, it's just following protocols, like if this then that kind of thing. It's just it's not as glamorous as people think. I don't want people to ever think that medicine's glamorous, because I can tell you it's not. What you hear? Bark, bark. Is that what you hear? Just jumbled barks and ruffs. I had the best, most straight up and competent boss working front desk at a grocery store. We went out to see The Edge of Tomorrow and Interstellar together. The extent of my relationship with coworkers outside of work. I've never done anything with coworkers outside of work. Nope, I just don't do it. I don't do it. Like, I don't need you in my life. You don't need me in yours when we're not at work. God, for the love of Christ, Hiroka, you know what it is. I'm not telling you again. You know exactly what it is. Ugh. There's also a job difference from the doctor and nurse that you don't see. The people that work in laboratories check your blood and other stuff. There's a whole lot of things that go on behind the scenes. Doctors nowadays, a lot of the work's kind of done for them. They just get handed all the pieces. And their job is to look at all the pieces and figure out what's going on. Why, Kindle, why'd you get mad at the ED? I want to hear this story, and I'll give you from an emergency room perspective. I'll try to give you my perspective on it. I want to hear your story though, because I might be able to shed some light on it. What's it like living in Chicago? I don't live there. I'm from there. I love it. It's a great place. It's gorgeous, especially if you go in the summer. Like early spring, late summer on the lake shore. Ooh, it's good. Real pretty. I mean, the Lake Michigan is massive. If you're like on the shore of Lake Michigan, it almost feels like you're at the ocean. Like it is a huge lake. Is it a good idea to keep a marker in the hospital? We all saw what happened to poor Isaac. It's okay. See, the little version of me right there? You see the dancing version of me? He is dancing continuously to keep the necromorphs at bay. His dancing and movement and gyrations resonates at the exact frequency that the marker uses to send out its necromorphic signals, thus blocking it and preventing it from spreading anywhere, and thus containing it within itself. So you guys can thank little me over there for preventing the next outbreak of necromorphs. He's doing a pretty good job. Early spring, late summer, those are the same time frames? No, it's not. Wait, are those the same time frames? I'm talking about like, if you go to Chicago in like May, like April, May, June, and then like end of August, September, October. So like late summer, early fall. Oh, it's so good because it doesn't get too hot. It's not too cold. It's still sunny. The trees are changing color. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Have you touched the bean? Yes, of course. I have touched the beans. Come on. Get... Beans. There they are. Beans. Touch the beans. Touch the beans. Don't touch the beans. Do not touch the beans. My friend just got diagnosed with cooties. Rip. Can we get some F's in the chat for Iber Demon's friend who's got cooties? Can we get some F's? 100% fatality rate. Worse than rabies. Look at all those F's. Your poor friend. It's terminal. Terminal cooties. Oh, here we go. A couple years ago, my mom, as a result from bad surgery, had a nephrostomy tube out. Okay, so she had a nephrostomy. Nephrostomy tube was falling apart, literally in 3 pieces. Instead of calling in radiology to replace it, they just wanted to fix it with a couple zip ties, which failed. And for 3 weeks, she had constant dribble of urine on her back because... That does seem odd. In that situation, we'd probably just get IR involved to replace it. I don't know why they didn't just replace it. It's not hard. The only thing I could think of is if it was on like a weekend or a holiday, sometimes IR, which is interventional radiology, they're not always available. So sometimes they might have not had them available at the time and they did what they could, but I don't know. That is weird. I wouldn't just zip tie a nephrostomy tube back together. That doesn't seem right. I probably wouldn't touch the damn thing if I'm being honest with you. Broski, get out of here with that. You're booping me? Hell no. No boop. No boop. No boop. Get out of here. Have you ever encountered people who do self-surgery? No. Well, okay. In what way? I've seen people who have mutilated themselves, but never in the attempt to do self-surgery. It was always in the attempt to mutilate themselves. I've never seen anyone try to do surgery on themselves, though. Okay. Sorry, it was just so good. It was good. Good vibe. Good vibe. Worst case of self-surgery, I heard Russian doctor stuck in attic had to perform his own appendectomy. But yeah, that would suck. But the other alternative is, you know, you die. You'd be surprised what amazing things humans will do when faced with death. It's a pretty strong motivator to make you do just about anything. When your options are do this or die, you're gonna find a way to do whatever it is you need to do. Or you're gonna die. The ER's done me well with the last 4 times I've had cellulitis. When it comes to my mom, I'd rather take her to a different hospital now. I had to. Knock on wood, she's been healthy. Well, hopefully she continues to be healthy. And hopefully you don't have any more bad experiences. What happens if someone violates HIPAA? If they can prove that you violated HIPAA willingly, or that you violated HIPAA and it caused issues or whatnot, you can lose your license, you can get suspended. You could pay fines. It depends on how severe and how egregious. Like you hear stories about nurses, especially out in like California or like in Atlanta, where there's a lot of like movie stars and stuff, who take care of a celebrity and post about it on social media. That is a HIPAA violation. You've heard of, there are nurses out there who have done that and have lost their job and lost their license over it. Because you can come and you could be like, oh my God, I took care of Shaquille O'Neal. And then everyone's like, so that's a violation. So that definitely happens. Essentially it just means that I can't be like, hey, so John Smith at, 125 North Clybourne Street had a appendectomy today.
Bark, bark, half woof, bark, woof, far, woo, one, yip, 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 yap, half woof, boof, boof, whoop, woof, woof.
Ah, yes, bark, book, bark, woof, yip, yip, bark, yeah. Woof, woof. Arf, bark. Yes, I agree. Scarlet Derby, thanks for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. Thanks for making Tux dance, and thanks for the insightful words. Essentially, it just means that I can't give away people's information, right? Now, you can tell stories and you can talk about it as long as there's no identifying, if there's not enough identifying personal information, right? So I can say, I can't be at work, right? And then come home and instantly post on Twitter like, man, I watched a gunshot wound today, and like I was at this hospital and I saw a gunshot wound, and then it comes out in the news that someone got shot, right? Technically you can tie those two together and that would be enough identifying information to make it a HIPAA violation. It depends. Some places are a little bit more strict about it than others. I'm sure I've probably violated HIPAA at some point. I'm sure we all have. It gets really complicated when you talk about things like family members calling the hospital, right? So for example, right now we have a no visitor policy. So nobody is allowed to visit the hospital unless you're either a minor or you have some kind of mental incapacity that prevents you from making decisions, whether it be dementia, Alzheimer's, or they're incapacitated, or like maybe mentally disabled or something, that they cannot make decisions on their own, right? So there are some leeway in it, but for the most part 90% of our patients are not allowed any visitors, which means we have been getting a lot of phone calls recently from family asking, oh, my so-and-so is in there, can you tell me what's going on with them? You're technically not allowed to unless you get permission from the patient. So like if it's if it's like a 30 or 40 some year old and their mother's calling, I'll just pop my head in and be like, hey, someone called for you. Is it okay if I tell them what's going on? Oh yeah, that's fine. Cool. Okay, now I can tell them what's going on, right? If it's like an older couple, right, and it's like a 90-year-old granny with, you know, her 87-year-old, you know, husband's calling, I'm probably just going to give him the information because I would assume that he would want to know and that she's okay. Like, I've probably done things that would technically count as HIPAA violations, but we've all done it. It literally happens all the time. It's just a matter of making sure you don't do something that's going to come back to bite you. But like giving information over the phone, like, it's kind of a gray area. And a lot of people screw it up, and I've definitely screwed it up before where I've definitely probably given away too much more information than I was supposed to, but in the name of trying to comfort a loved one on the phone. And does someone need to report you? They do. So like if someone called and was like, oh, I'm so-and-so's husband, and I gave him all the information, and then the family member contacts the patient, and the patient's like, why did you tell him all that? I didn't tell you. You didn't know you could do that. And he reports me. Technically, I could be liable for a HIPAA violation if that were the case. But most of it just doesn't get reported. Oh damn, 1K Kali coins. What you gonna do with them? I have predictions, by the way. I do have predictions set up, but I haven't really found anything we can do predictions on. Are they authorized family or POA? If not, no info. Yeah, it's essentially how it goes. I just assume any like spouses are authorized family. Have you ever taken care of someone from stream? Not that I know of. Probably not. Doubt it. Some clinical sites will call us and ask for results over the phone. We have to change protocol to not give out that because someone can say they're anybody over the phone. Yes, there is that. Although generally speaking, if I hear what sounds like an older man on the other end of the phone and I have an old lady in one of my rooms, it's pretty safe to assume that they're related, especially when he says that they've been married for 40 years. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. I'll tell you what do you want to know? Wheelie Husky, hey, what's up? I used to be an honest broker of PHI, personal health information at Research Medical Center. It's not easy. I can tell you, it's not easy. I mean, I could technically, if a family member called, and I might start doing this just because I'm sick of answering questions from family members over the phone. I might just say, look, I can't give you a lot of information. I can just tell you that the patient's stable and that we're just waiting for results. Like, that probably covers enough questions. And if they're like, well, what's going on? I'd be like, I can't really tell you that over the phone. I could probably do that more often than I should, but sometimes I find just, you know, it's just easier to keep them calm and try to ease their concerns. Saving up to steal the band. Don't steal it. You know now it only goes away for 15 freaking minutes now, so you can't make me naked for the whole stream. Long gone are the days where this neck goes uncovered and cold. I got a doctor in trouble because he would request data, then load it into his own database. Well, that's... yeah, I wouldn't do that. That's egregious. All right, guys. You ready to learn? You ready to learn about a very underrated, underappreciated organ system within our body that I didn't even really fully appreciate until I started working and I saw the results of what happens when it goes wrong. Let me get my classroom pulled up here. What are we talking about now? We're going to be talking about the lymphatic system. The new Cinder always looks mad. I'm actually happy. This is mad. And this is happy. It's just a very aggressive look. Which is fine because I can be a bit of an aggressive dog. Trying to herd all those sheep. Put a 1 in the chat if you know what the lymphatic system is. Or if you've ever heard of it. or you know anything about it, put a 2 in the chat if you've never heard of the lymphatic system. Never heard of it, don't know what it is, have no clue what it is. You're like, you're sitting here like, lymphatic what? What is that?
Here is to the goodest boy ever.
Ah, dude. Jolasco? Well, hold on, how do you say that name? Jolastuco coming with the 100 bits, making Tux dance and call me a good boy. Well, thank you. I'd like to think I'm a good boy. I hope I'm a good boy. Freaking better be. All right, so the lymphatic system. You have two main circulatory systems in your body. You guys are very familiar with one of them, which is the popular one, right? It's going to be your cardiovascular system, right? So your cardiovascular system's job is to pump blood around your body to carry nutrients and oxygen, right? As well as a few other things, proteins, immune cells, that kind of thing, right? But this is your heart. So your heart, your veins, your arteries, that's part of your circulatory system. This is kind of like the big star of everything, right? It's a very high pressurized system, moves very quickly, right? And it's generally pretty clean. Your handwriting has gotten more legible. Over time of doing this with a mouse, it is getting better. But working underneath that circulatory system, you have what's called the lymphatic system, which is another type of circulatory system. So you have your cardiovascular system, and you have your lymphatic system. You know what? We're going to do this. That'll work. So your lymphatic system, for lack of a better term, think of it as a sewage system / water treatment plant. So get a tablet. I did have a tablet. I have one and it stopped working and I got frustrated with it. So I went back to what I was doing before. So where your circulatory system is responsible for pumping blood and oxygen and nutrients around the body to those organs and those tissues that need it, and then returning what's left back to the heart to be reoxygenated, the lymphatic system's job is to pick up and mop up all the extra fluid that hangs around afterwards, clean it, and put it back into the blood. So it works as a sewage plant, right? Water treatment center, and serves multiple functions, okay? So to understand why this works the way it does, you have to understand that at your capillary beds, which is the tiny little arteries and veins in your cardiovascular system, this is where nutrient transfer happens and where fluid transfer happens. So blood comes down from the heart through the arteries, through the arterioles, and to the capillaries, right? When they get to the capillaries here, not only does oxygen and proteins and other things sift out of the veins or out of the arteries, fluid, or plasma as we call it, blood plasma, also leaks out as well. Blood plasma is essentially the volume portion of your blood, right? So like the fluid portion of your blood. So as plasma leaks out at the capillary bed, right, some of it gets reabsorbed through the veins, right? But for every 20 liters a day of plasma that leaks out, only 17 liters a day gets reabsorbed. So that is a net -3 liters per day in plasma. If this were left unchecked, well, over the course of a couple of days, you would just run out of fluid because it'd all build up in your legs and in your tissues, and you get really big and swollen, look like the Michelin Man, and then your blood pressure would drop and you would die. So our body developed a way of fixing this, this 3 liter per day deficit. What our body came up with was a lymphatic system. So what does the lymphatic system do? The lymphatic system works to mop up the extra plasma and just body fluid that hangs around in the interstitial area, which is the cells, like the tissue in the cells, right? It soaks up that extra fluid and returns it back to the circulatory system to keep this an even 20 and 20, right? It makes up for that -3 deficit. While doing that, it also inspects it. It inspects that fluid. It's looking for invaders, pathogens, viruses, bacteria, funguses, right? So not only does it soap up and clean up all of the leftover fluid, but it also cleans it and filters it and returns it back to the blood as healthy, clean fluid, thus preventing infection, while also maintaining homeostatic environment with volume. It keeps your volume normal, right? Don't you get bruises when your capillaries burst? Yeah, it's just bleeding. Bruises are just bleeding. The spleen is a cute little organ. It is. Extend my canvas here. So, your cardiovascular system works to move nutrients around your body. During that process, you lose about 3 liters of plasma a day. The lymphatic system is the secondary circulatory system whose job it is to mop up that extra 3 liters and return it back to circulation, while in the same process cleaning it and inspecting it for invaders and other things. It does this through what we call lymphatic capillaries. So in these capillary beds, you have lymphatic capillaries, which are these green things, right? So you have these capillary beds where oxygen and nutrients are being pushed out of the blood, and then some of the plasma going with it, and then waste products going back into the blood with a portion of the plasma. About 15% is left behind. 15% of your blood plasma is just left in what we call the interstitial fluid, which is just the area around these cells in here, right? Whatever tissue it is. These lymphatic vessels kind of weave their way in and out of these capillary beds to help pick up some of that extra fluid that leaks out and prevent your legs from swelling up, while also returning that fluid to circulation. It does this in a really cool and kind of ingenious way. The lymphatic capillaries are essentially one-way valves. So what they are is it's a line of cells that are kind of stacked on each other, almost like roofing shingles, in a sense that they can, when the pressure outside of the lymphatic capillary gets higher, right? So if pressure is higher out here than it is in here, right? The fluid presses in through these gaps in the vessel wall, right? And then as that pressure starts to reverse, so say this pressure goes up and this one goes down, the pressure then pushes out, which closes these. So it works as a one-way valve, right? When the pressure outside the capillary gets too high, it opens up the valve and that fluid, that extra fluid, seeps into the lymphatic capillary. Once the pressure inside the lymphatic capillary rises, that pressure within the capillary presses on the walls of the capillary, thus closing off those valves, and the lymph stays in there. As soon as that fluid transfers from interstitial area, the interstitial gaps in between these cells, and goes into your lymphatic vessel, it becomes what we call lymph. Lymph is a clear, kind of colorless, just kind of clear looking fluid that's full of proteins, it's full of fats, it's full of waste products, it's full of pathogens, just excess plasma and fluid, as well as immune cells. It's just kind of a mixture of everything that's just kind of going on over here that doesn't get absorbed by the blood. It's all the leftovers, the residue, the sewage, if you will, right? Well, once it gets into the lymphatic capillaries, that's where it starts its journey. Do they really feel floaty? They just kind of they're connected, but they're stacked on top of each other in a way that when the pressure outside is greater, fluid can seep into them. And then when the pressure inside the capillary increases, they can close off and prevent fluid from leaking back out. Once again, this is very important because if you're losing 3 liters of blood plasma a day, you're going to die pretty quickly. That's more than half of your total blood volume a day that you would be losing if it wasn't for the unsung hero of the lymphatic system. But soaking up extra fluid is just one job of the lymphatic system. It also inspects that fluid and helps prevent infection. It plays a big role in our immune systems. If you remember during our immune lectures, we talked about lymphocytes. Where do you think that name came from? Lymphocyte, lymph. And they are found in the lymphatic system. It is a cell found within the lymphatic system, a lymphocyte. These are going to be part of your adaptive immune response, which we've talked about before, which is the immune response that lets you fight off specific types of infection and gain immunity against them, right? These cells are found within the lymphatic system, and if need be, can be sent out to the cardiovascular system to reach whatever organs and tissues they need to reach. So the journey of fluid, real quick before we move on, the journey of fluid through your body, as a general rule of thumb, it goes from the heart to the tissues, And then some of that goes back to the blood, back to the heart, and some of that goes into the lymphatic system to get filtered out and get put back into the blood. So heart, tissues, heart, but some of this turns into lymph. This is our body's way of not only soaking up that extra fluid, but it also gives us a chance to inspect about 15% of our blood volume every day, or that extra 15%, right? Because you got to think, if any of these, if there's any bacteria can get in through here, right, or any stuff gets in here, it can go straight back to the heart and get you infected, right? Very rarely do infections actually enter the bloodstream. Most infections get soaked up in the lymphatic system because they can squeeze in through these big old gaps in the lymph capillaries, right? They get soaked up through the lymphatic system and they get filtered out as our body's way of protecting itself. So, motion or path of fluid through the body, heart to tissues, back to heart, where some of that tissue fluid turns into lymph, which gets put back to the heart after being cleaned. Think of it like this. This is another good way to think about it. Think of this as like a checkpoint, right? So you're going through, say, TSA. If you're unfamiliar with TSA, TSA is the airport security we have here in the United States. When you're going through TSA, everybody is going through the same line, but every once in a while they pick out some random groups of people to do some more in-depth screening, right? Your lymphatic system is part of that in-depth screening. So yes, everybody kind of flows through the line and everybody gets the same screening as kind of a base level, but about 15% of it gets extra screening to make sure that we're not missing anything dangerous. Okay. The lymph then travels up progressively bigger and bigger lymphatic vessels until it reaches the main lymphatic organ. Who's ever heard of a lymph node before? This right here is your lymph node. You have about 600 to 700 of these throughout your body. And the main job of the lymph node is to filter out lymph. But not only that, it also contains immune cells, and it also provides somewhat of a training ground for some of those immune cells to mature and turn into their final product, right? You can actually feel your lymph nodes. If you've ever been to the doctor and they palpate underneath your jawline and it feels like they're choking you, it's because they're feeling the lymph nodes up underneath your jaw. So if you take your fingers, kind of feel up underneath your jawline, kind of near the center of your neck, you should feel some little bumps in there. Don't press too hard, but you can feel them. Those are your lymph nodes. You have a lot of them up there, which makes sense because your brain, right? And because, you know, you're eating stuff and things are coming through your mouth and your nose. But you can feel those lymph nodes, right? So the lymph moves through your vessels, through your lymphatic vessels, until progressively bigger and bigger vessels, right? Until eventually it hits one of these lymph nodes. Once it hits these lymph nodes, think of these lymph nodes as checkpoints, right? So if this is the extra security line, right? The lymph nodes are going to be the actual security clearings or the screening, right? So once it gets to the lymph nodes, it runs into a mixture of a couple different cells. That lymph is going to run into your lymphocytes, which we've talked about lymphocytes before, right? These are your adaptive immune response cells. So your T lymphocytes, your B lymphocytes, and then you have your natural killer lymphocytes. It's also going to run into some macrophages, which are the cells that eat and ingest bacteria and other pathogens kind of indiscriminately, right? It's going to also run into these cool little things, these dendritic cells, which dendritic cells have an interesting job. Dendritic cells grab pathogens and kind of present them to your lymphocytes and say, hey, what do you think of this? No, this one's okay? Okay, what do you think of this one? They kind of grab them and present, grab them and present. They have these dendrites that stick out and grab things, right? The mixture of these three cells and the function of the lymphatic organs, such as the lymph node, is to filter out that lymph. So if any bacteria or any viruses or anything snuck in here to the lymph, right, and gets funneled in here, say after you cut your finger, some of that bacteria gets into your tissues and then it gets sucked up into that interstitial fluid and eventually finds its way into your lymph, it's going to make it about as far as a lymph node. And once it gets to the lymph node, it's going to run into your immune system, your lymphocytes, your macrophages, and your dendritic cells, which are going to attack and kill it. This is how our immune system works. Now, if a lymph node becomes overrun with infection, so say you get a really bad infection, that lymph node can send out signals to other lymphatic organs to send over all of their immune cells and send over help, right? This increase in white blood cells and lymphatic fluid causes these lymph nodes to swell. Who's ever gotten like a sore throat or strep throat or had a swollen lymph node? Who's ever gotten it where you get really sick and like your neck gets real puffy and your lymph nodes swell up, right? It's because you have an infection in there and your body's trying to fight it by bringing in more resources, which causes swelling. Whenever you have more fluid, it causes swelling and you get those swollen lymph nodes. That's your body's way of trying to fight off an infection that has gotten into a lymph node and is causing trouble. This is why doctors feel your neck when you come in. They want to make sure I always get so concerned when the doctor they go and like grab your neck and you're like, get out of here. But they're checking your lymph nodes to make sure that your lymph nodes aren't swollen, because if your lymph nodes are swollen, it can be a sign of an infection. Now, your lymphatic system is made up of a couple other lymphatic organs. Okay, so your lymph nodes are technically, we would call them, I guess we could technically call them organs in a sense. They are all kind of one, but you can see here where they're kind of dispersed throughout the body, right? You have a bunch of them in your armpit, you have a bunch of them up in your neck, and you have a bunch of them right down here in your legs, right? This makes sense. If you think about what are we protecting here? What is this made? It's made a protective checkpoint around the heart, right? All the lymph that's collected down in your legs is eventually going to get filtered in these lymphs up here in your groin, right? All the lymph that's been collected down in your arms is going to get filtered out in your armpits. And all the lymph that's collected in your brain and in your head is going to get filtered out in the neck lymph nodes, right? But if you see, it kind of forms this protective barrier around the heart because you don't want any of those bacteria or viruses getting back to the center of your body, because then it'll enter your blood circulation. And it can happen, but your body has set up a process to try to prevent that from happening. Cerulean!
Lymph nodes and flop doggo. Sounds like my kind of streamowo.
Lymph nodes and flop doggo. Cerulean, thanks for the 90 bits. I appreciate it. Solar, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Flobby Flock. Welcome in. You have a couple other organs that play a role in your lymphatic system. Let's see, what picture do I got next? Perfect. Who's ever heard of the thymus before? If someone said, I'll give you $1 million if you could point to your thymus, do you think you could do it? But if you've had a swollen lymph node for a couple years, you can get swollen lymph nodes. Sometimes you can just get a blockage in there. Your thymus. This is like it's essentially a gland organ that resides kind of right on top of your heart and right in between your lungs. The thymus is a lymphatic organ, so it's part of your lymphatic system, and it serves a couple purposes. A, most of these organs work as essentially giant lymph nodes, so they will actually they will do the job of the lymph nodes as well. They will continue to filter and kind of inspect the lymph for any types of infection. But what the thymus is important for, where's my picture? Did I exit? I closed out of it. Hold on, I gotta open this back up. I'm gonna take some pictures of things so I can post them. Hold on. One more. Okay. The thymus is responsible for creating, maturing, and going through the process of what we call selection for one of your lymphocytes, your T cells. It makes sense why they're called T cells, because they're made and matured in the thymus. Thus, they become T cell lymphocytes, thymus cell lymphocytes, right? If you guys remember from my immunity lecture, when we talked about the immune system, the T cells, your T lymphocytes, are responsible for identifying and marking infected cells for destruction. These are produced in the thymus, they are matured in the thymus, and they go through a process what we call selection, which is when the T cell learns to identify normal cells versus not normal cells. This happens within the thymus. These T cells are then leave the thymus and find their ways into separate lymphatic organs such as the lymph nodes, your spleen, your tonsils, your adenoids, and do their job of identifying and marking infected cells for destruction. This happens in the thymus. It's one of a few lymphatic organs. Your bone marrow.
Oh, I didn't expect to be put in class learning about the body parts and functions, especially by this adorable floppy doggo. I'm a try and learn Professor Floppy.
Ah! Zython coming in with the 50 bits! Well, hey, stay around, learn some stuff. Learn things you didn't know. I appreciate the bits. Thanks for making Tux dance. Your bone marrow. We don't really think of the bone marrow as like an organ more than anything, but it has a pretty big role in your body. It helps with a lot of production of like blood cells and plasma cells. Primarily for the sake of what we're going to talk about today, your bone marrow is responsible for your B lymphocytes. So it's super easy. We made this extremely easy for you guys. T cells are made in the thymus. B cells are made in the bone marrow. It's easy. There you go. So where T cells mark infected cells for destruction, if you remember, B cells, we talked about them yesterday, are responsible for creating antibodies. So identifying antigens and then creating antibodies for those antigens, right? We've talked about this twice now. I'm not going to go over it again, but B cells are responsible for making antibodies. So where T cells mark cells for destruction, B cells make antibodies to fight off pathogens that way by binding to their specific antigens. These B cells are made in the bone marrow, get into the lymphatic system, and then reside in the lymphatic organs like the lymph nodes, the tonsils, the spleens, the adenoids, all that good stuff. Put a 1 in the chat if you don't have your tonsils. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever had a tonsillectomy before. Some of you guys have, some of you have not. A lot of people probably got them out as a kid. Your tonsils are essentially gigantic lymph nodes, but they work a little bit differently than your normal lymph nodes because they work with mucus. They're kind of like mucosa lined, right? So as you're eating stuff, as you're eating food, they're kind of constantly scanning and looking for infection as you're eating, and things are kind of coming in through your mouth, right? They sit in the back of your mouth there. If you've ever had inflamed tonsils before, or if you've ever had a tonsil stone before, you know the job of these things is to collect and prevent infection and just get inflamed, essentially. If you've ever had tonsillitis, it's an inflammation of the tonsils, most likely due to some type of infection like strep throat or some other kind of oral infection. But they work to kind of essentially monitor what's going in through your mouth and kind of work as part of the lymphatic system with mucus. So that works with like saliva and mucus and food and all that stuff. When you swallow, some of that stuff gets stuck here on the tonsils, which then can get filtered and inspected. What about adenoids? Has anybody gotten their adenoids removed? Tonsil stone, like a gallstone? Tonsil stones are a little bit different. They're horrible, nasty smelling little white stones that come out of the back of your mouth. Because it's usually like calcified stuff that your tonsils collected and then protected and spat out. They are nasty. Every once in a while I'll get one and it's like, ugh. They smell gross. Has anybody gotten their adenoids removed? Usually kids will get their adenoids and their tonsils removed at the same time. Sometimes they can just take them both out. Sometimes they'll just take out the tonsils. But your adenoids are similar to your tonsils, but they sit up in the back of your nose. So instead of being in the back of your throat, they're up in the back of your nose, once again to try to filter out and catch any invaders or anything that's coming in, to work as an extra security check.
I had my tonsils removed after I had an infection in the back of my throat. My tonsils got inflamed and didn't go down. I had them ingrown for about 6 months. When I was about 12, they almost caused me to stop breathing in my sleep because they were so close to touching. But long story
short, you don't have them anymore, and you won't really notice a massive change in your quality of life without your tonsils. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what happens is you get tonsillitis and it gets really bad, and then they have to take them out. But that's the nice thing, is we can just take them out. Your adenoids work kind of in the same way that your tonsils do, but they're in the back of your nose as opposed to the back of your throat. A lot of times, if one of these gets inflamed, the other one can get inflamed, and they'll just go in and take both of these out. But these are all organs within your lymphatic system. Your tonsils, your bone marrow, your thymus, right? And then obviously the most important one, or the most popular one, God, my handwriting. Your spleen! Oh God, it's huge. Your spleen is this little organ that's kind of nestled up behind your stomach and underneath your left lung. And its job is to work as essentially the biggest lymph node in your body. Blood goes in there, lymph goes in there, bacteria goes in there, it all gets filtered out. It almost kind of looks like a kidney. But your spleen works as essentially a giant lymph node. Within your spleen, not only does it store some blood and filter out some of those pathogens, but it also works to harbor and mature some of those B cells and T cells. Sometimes they can sit in there and just kind of mature and learn how to do their job, right? Those T cells and those B cells need a lot of training to be able to do their job properly, and they usually will reside in these organs to mature and go through the process of selection before finally being released out into the real world to do their job. Think of these as like training academies for some of these immune cells. But don't be playing games in my class. If you want to play games, you can leave. One of the reasons why your spleen is you don't really hear much about it unless your spleen ruptures. If your spleen ruptures, man, splenitic ruptures are not good. You will bleed very quickly if you rupture your spleen, because a lot of blood just kind of hangs out in there and gets filtered out. There's one more thing we need to talk about in relation to the lymphatic system. If anybody's ever heard of these, I'm going to be super impressed. Does anybody know what the Peyer's patches are? Is appendix a part of the system? I think technically it is. I'm pretty sure that the appendix is part of the lymphatic system, but I'm not sure. I found a lot of conflicting information about what the appendix actually does. Okay. Yes, whoever said intestines, you guys are right. It's part of the small intestines. VRYF, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Floppy Flock. Welcome in. That's a name. That's a name. Thank you for the follow. So your Peyer's patches reside within your small intestines. Oh, excuse, excuse me. I tried to inhale fluid. Shugaka, don't Corona-esque me. I was trying to talk and I was trying to swallow at the same time and it didn't work out. Where do I get my music from? It is the Anjuna Beats X Twitch. It's Anjuna Beats, which is a record label, and specific songs that they picked out for Twitch that are royalty free. Like this one. Okay. Is there a link for it? Just look on Spotify for Twitch, Anjuna Beats X Twitch. You can also just Google it. Is this a classroom or a dance floor? Sometimes it's both. So your Peyer's patches. So within your small intestines, if you guys remember from our lecture on the GI system, the small intestines is responsible for absorbing nutrients, right? One of those nutrients that you're going to absorb is going to be fat. Sorry, this song is really good. One of the nutrients is that your small intestines absorbs is fat. But here's the thing, fat is too big to actually enter your circulatory system like some of the other nutrients do. So what does it do? What does it do? It kind of leaks in to this tissue here and gets picked up by what we call the Peyer's patches, which are essentially lymphatic vessels within your small intestines to collect fat. That fat is then sent through your lymphatic system and eventually returned to your cardiovascular circulation and then sent to your liver for processing. So your Peyer's patches not only are, or your Peyer's patches or your lymphatic system is not only responsible for soaking up extra fluid and for filtering out all of that lymph, it's also responsible for absorbing fat, because without it, you wouldn't be able to absorb fat into the blood. It would have to be broken down other ways, right? Or you'd end up with greasy poops. So your lymphatic system works in that way by utilizing the Peyer's patches to suck up that fat and send it through the lymphatic system instead of the circulatory system, where it can then be returned to the circulatory system at the end of its journey through the lymphatic system. Look at this web of sewage ducts and lymph nodes and filtering and organs. It's such an underutilized or undervalued and underappreciated organ system that does so much for us. All of these nodes working to filter all that extra fluid. Your lymphatic capillary sucking up that plasma that's lost in your capillary bed. Without it, you would die. Your Peyer's patches found in your small intestines working to absorb fat. Your spleen working as a nursery for some of your lymphocytes and working as your giant, the biggest lymph node in your body. Your thymus for creating your T cells. Your bone marrow for creating your B cells. And those lymph nodes working as checkpoints to filter anything that goes through it. Your spleen is a nursery. It is kind of like a little nursery. So, whenever you think of like who has a loved one who's been affected by breast cancer, or maybe you have been affected by breast cancer, what's one of the things that they're worried about with breast cancer? Whether or not you have lymph node involvement, right? One of the reasons why breast cancer can be so deadly is because look how many lymph nodes you have in that armpit area, right? Cancer cells can sometimes bypass the security of the lymphatic system and use it as a way to travel to other parts of the body. So for example, breast cancer that enters into the lymphatic system or gets involved with the lymph nodes can very easily become metastatic if it moves to somewhere else through that system, because sometimes those cancerous cells can actually make their way through the lymphatic system. They can bypass that security. That's why breast cancer can be so scary, because it can very easily involve your lymphatic system, and once it involves your lymphatic system, it pretty much has access to the rest of your body. Who's ever heard of lymphedema? Does anybody know anybody with lymphedema? What do you think it is? If you've never heard about it, what do you think it is? Look at the two words in there, lymphedema. We know what lymph is. Lymph is that extra fluid, that extra kind of interstitial fluid that enters into your lymphatic system. But what does edema stand for? Does anybody know what edema stands for? Edematous, to be edematous. It's swelling. Sometimes you can get blockages within your lymphatic system that can cause swelling of the lymph. And that slowing of passage of lymph through those lymph nodes can cause a backup, which can cause extreme swelling down in the extremities. Very common in the legs for this to happen. And generally what you'll see is something that looks like this. We have very severe swelling on one side versus the other. Some people have this chronically. Some people have this acutely. Sometimes it can be treated, sometimes it can't. Essentially what you have is a breakdown and a backup of your sewage system. So instead of that fluid returning back to your heart, it just collects in that extremity or in that limb or that area and just sits there. This is bad for a number of reasons. A, you lose a lot of fluid in there. It's painful. It can impact other parts of that body, right? All this pressure within this leg, right? It's pressing down. You have all this pressure that's being put on these arteries and veins in here, which can decrease the circulation down to the foot, right? You can be at higher risk for infection because as the skin stretches and stretches, it becomes weaker and weaker, which means that cuts can get infected very easily. This can be very bad. And if you've probably, some people just live with this. They just have a really swollen leg. Some people do, some people get it treated, some people can't get it treated. Depends on the cause of the lymphedema. You can get it out. Compression will help with it, right? Sometimes they have to do specialized treatments like surgery and whatnot to get it fixed. How do you fix it? Time, keep it elevated, keep compression on it. Try to keep it in a non-dependent position. So when it's like hanging low, right? Try to give the lymph as much possibility as returning back. Try to help it along as best you can. It split her legs and she dripped in my van and had to spend half an hour sanitizing my van for the next client. Some patients you just get like weeping. Sometimes as the swelling gets really bad, some of that interstitial fluid just kind of starts to like weep out, and their skin gets like really wet and soggy. It's really gross. I've seen people like soak bed sheets with their leg weeping before. It's disgusting. I just cut my weenus on a table. Why did you cut your elbow? If it's just you'll be fine. If it's just a cut, you'll be fine. So that's the lymphatic system. Kind of an underrated and unappreciated organ system within your body, but serves a vital role of maintaining homeostasis while also working as one of your primary immune system. Your immune system utilizes the lymphatic system a lot, and it helps protect your body from infection while also mopping up all that extra fluid that leaks out at the capillary beds. Dr. Furry, Nurse Furry. I'm a nurse. I'm not a doctor. I'm a nurse. Kenny, I'm not sure. Lymphoma at some point. So one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about the lymphatic system is eventually I'm going to do a giant lecture on cancer, and eventually we are going to have to talk about the lymphatic system because I would like to talk about lymphoma, which is cancer of the lymphatic system, at some point. But in order to do that, I needed to talk about the lymphatic system first. Well, also I got to talk about the endocrine system. It's probably gonna be the next one. Before we can do cancer, and the cancer lecture is going to be a massive lecture. I mean, it's going to take me a while to get that one together. Am I going to talk about melanoma? I'm going to talk about a lot of things for cancer. I might have to break it up into multiple different lectures. How hard is it to become a doctor? Extremely hard. I don't really know what answer you wanted there. It's really hard to be a doctor. Could I do like a 3-part series? I don't know if it's going to take 3 parts, but it's probably going to be like the nervous system, where in order for me to talk about one type of thing, I need to talk about 2 other things before it. Okay, so let's recap the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is part of 2 circulatory systems within your body. The primary circulatory system being your cardiovascular system, which is your heart and your arteries and your veins and your capillaries. This is responsible for pumping oxygen and nutrients around your body to tissues. Those nutrients and oxygen eventually reach the capillary beds, where they are forced out through blood pressure, or they are forced out through pressure into the interstitial area, which is the area around the cells and the tissues. With that comes oxygen, nutrients, but also plasma, which is like the fluidy substance within your blood, right? About 20 liters is forced out through your capillary beds a day of plasma, while only 17 liters of that is reabsorbed. This is where your lymphatic system comes in play. Your lymphatic system is made up of lymphatic capillaries that surround these capillary beds and work to suck up that extra 3 liters a day that leaks out through the capillary beds that's not reabsorbed through your veins. It does this by utilizing these one-way valves built into its capillaries that open up when the pressure outside of them becomes greater than the pressure inside, thus letting fluid in. As the pressure inside the lymphatic capillaries increases, those valves shut, and you now have what we call lymph. When fluid enters the lymphatic system, it becomes lymph. Lymph is full of proteins, it's full of immune cells, waste products, plasma and fluid, pathogens, fats, pretty much everything that doesn't get sucked back up into the blood gets put into the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is made up of gradually bigger and bigger vessels, which eventually reach the main lymphatic organ, which is the lymph node. The lymph node works as a checkpoint to filter out the lymph for any pathogens and bacteria by utilizing its mixture of lymphatic cells, macrophages, and dendritic cells, such as T lymphocytes, B lymphocytes, natural killer lymphocytes, macrophages, and then the dendritic cells work in tandem to filter out the lymph and prevent any pathogens from getting through. The general movement of fluid through the body goes from heart to tissues, some of that going into the lymph and eventually making its way back to the heart. The lymphatic system exits into 2 giant ducts, which put the fluid back into your subclavian veins, which then go back to your heart for circulation. Your lymph nodes are strategically placed around the trunk of your body. You have one on each side of your upper leg, or you have groups of them on each side of your upper leg, and you have groups of them in each armpit and in the neck. These are responsible for preventing lymph from reaching the center part of your body without getting filtered multiple times. You also have some lymphatic organs that are within the lymphatic system. Your thymus, which is a gland-like structure that sits between your lungs and above your heart, kind of in front of your chest there, is where T lymphocytes, thymus cell lymphocytes, are developed, matured, and go through the process of selection. T lymphocytes are responsible for identifying and marking infected cells for destruction. They learn this and develop this skill within the thymus before being released into your lymphatic system. Your bone marrow plays a role in your lymphatic system by producing, maturing, and going through the process of selection for your B lymphocytes. Your B lymphocytes are responsible for identifying antigens and making antibodies to prevent antigens from doing their job, such as those on the outside of pathogens, which allow them to connect to our cells. These B lymphocytes are developed in the bone marrow and then matured, go through the process of selection, and sent out to the lymphatic system to mature even more and be utilized when required. Your tonsils are a mucus-lined lymphatic organ that are sitting in the back of your throat that are responsible for filtering and collecting lymph in your mouth and in the back of your throat. These can often become infected, thus you get tonsillitis, which then eventually becomes a tonsillectomy. If you're young enough or if you're unfortunate enough as an adult to have to get one, you probably remember how painful that can be. Your adenoids are also a mucus-lined lymph node that sits in the back of your nose and works similarly to your tonsils by filtering and collecting debris and lymph. Your spleen is the biggest lymph node in your body. It's also responsible for working as a nursery for your lymphocytes while also filtering out your blood. It is a massive lymph node that sits right behind your stomach and underneath your left lung and works to filter out blood. The Peyer's patches are a group of mucus-lined lymph structures within your small intestine that is responsible for absorbing fat. When you eat food, the fat in your food is too big to actually fit into the blood vessels within your small intestines. Thus, they get picked up in your lymphatic system where they're eventually filtered and sent back into circulation when it gets to the duct at the end of the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system works as a giant, essentially, waste processing plant that collects and filters waste and extra fluid and returns the good stuff back to the body while getting rid of the rest of it. That's pretty much it. It's a sewer system. And that's that. That's my lecture on the lymphatic system. Not the most exciting system in the world, not very glamorous, but you definitely would notice if all the waste processing plants in your city went on, shut down. You would definitely notice that. And just like with your lymphatic system, you'll definitely know when things start to go wrong. You'll get things like lymphedema, where you get a slowing of the lymph through the lymphatic system, which causes massive swelling in the extremities and can be quite painful and also expose you to other complications such as compression of the arteries and lack of circulation past that point, as well as infection due to the stretching of the skin and the weakening of it. That's it. I like this picture. This picture is good. Do you guys have a better, at least some understanding of what the lymphatic system does? So the next time someone says their lymph node is inflamed, you can say, oh, I understand what that means now. I left class, I take notes during class, even though I don't do anything in the medical field because it's cool to learn stuff. Oh, well, thank you. Don't feel like you need to take notes, though. Just learn for the sake of learning. Have I done a lecture about psoriasis? I have not. Even though it's something I should know, I didn't, so I'm glad to hear this. A lot of people don't know about the lymphatic system. Unless you've gone through like health classes and specifically wanted to go into medicine, you've probably maybe heard of it at some point, but you probably don't remember what it does or why it does it, like what it actually did. Captain Grumpy, take care. Guys, we're gonna play Quern. I don't know how you say this game. Is it Quern? Someone recommended this game recently and it looked interesting. So we're gonna play it. It's a new puzzle game. It's a first-person adventure puzzle game we're gonna play called Quern. I think it's Quern. Quern. I don't know how do you say that? Corn. I mentioned on stream a few times what I have, and this is actually kind of important to me, so I should have done my own features. Thanks for the lecture. Wait, Cola, what do you have? Do you have lymphedema? Is it pronounced corn? We're calling it corn. Okay, we're calling it corn. CLL. What is it's oof. Chronic lymphatic lymphocytic leukemia. Blood and bone marrow, spongy tissue inside the bones. Term B-cell chronic lymphocytic leukemia develops from a type of white blood cell called B cells. Progresses slowly. So it's a cancer of your B cells. That sucks. Eesh. How you handling it? You going through like do you do chemo? I'm assuming you see like a oncologist and a histologist. I don't do it, or hematologist. I don't know. Not a hematologist. I guess a hematologist. There's blood. You do have a hematologist, okay? Because leukemia, it's blood cancer. Eesh. Dude, cancer is rough, man. I'm not looking forward to the lecture I'm gonna have to do on cancer because there's a lot of information about it and there's a lot of different variants. Everybody's cancer is so unique to them because it depends on what cells of theirs went cancerous, right? And then where those cells went cancerous determine the name of it. But then you can have metastasis versus benign. It's all crazy. Snowy Fluff, hey, what's up? We're gonna learn about plasmids today. Well, we're already done with lecture. And no. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Okay, let's play Quern. Let's see what this game's about. I should have actually probably loaded it up before stream to test it out, but here we go.
Woohoo! Shazbot!
I apologize if it's loud. I have no control over it. Ah! Hold on. Way too dank. Alright, let's play Quern. I know nothing about this game. Is that the Roller Coaster Tycoon merry-go-round? It is. I used to do a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon streams. I should do some of those again. Would you guys want to see a Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 stream again? It's been like months since I've done one of those. I think it was like back in the summer. It's the last time I played Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Maybe I'll do one or two of those after we finish Quern. All right, let's get into it. An exploration puzzle game. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3? No, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. The second one. The second one was my childhood. Played a lot of that game growing up. Dude, Vince, what's up, Vince? Is there no Quern? There should be Quern. Hold on. Yeah, there it is. Undying Thoughts. Got it. All right, we're in a good game. Good loading screen. Good loading screen. Uh-oh. Oh! We're gonna wait it out. Let's see what happens. Okay, it worked. Oh my god! Why does every game have to be so gosh darn loud? Okay. You can move around freely with WSD. Letters help you progress in the game. Oh, wait, is there a way to change the FOV? FOV. View distance, no. Texture quality, no. Screen scale, no. No! I like trying to make the FOV higher. Oh, we'll survive. I have a science joke. The formula of tungsten dioxide is Watt, WO2. I don't get it. Letters help you progress in the game. Okay, oh, here we go.
Welcome. I
Hi.
am Professor William Maythorn.
What's up, Bill?
Although I bear responsibility for trapping you in this world, I have no intention of harming you.
Okay.
In any way.
Now I feel like you're gonna
As a
harm
matter
me.
of fact, you should consider yourself lucky, for I wish to share all my knowledge with you. I will grant you the opportunity to study all of my discoveries and examine all of his creations.
Hold on, I'll get to that in a sec.
Eventually, I will require your assistance in an essential matter. You must cooperate with me, for you have no reason or chance to resist.
Okay. Polka's HUD coming with the Twitch Prime sub. Guys, that's a new one rolling to Collie Care. You know what that means? Spam the freaking flops. Spam the flops all over the place. Just flop on everything. Polka's, you're covered under Collie Care for the flops and the beans. I got you covered. Thanks for the new sub. Okay, so L does letters, inventory. Okay. I'm sorry. How does that not go in there? Oh, do I have to? Ah, okay. I can mess with those. Wait. Nope, not quite. One more time. Wait, what? Come on! Okay, okay. Top right, straight down. Top right, straight down. Got it. Top left, bottom right. Top left. Bottom right. Bottom left, top right. Oh, got it. Okay, good. Yeah, there we go. 1W2O. So the molecule looks like OO. Oh, okay. Okay, I got it. It was an OO joke. I got it. I got it. I just didn't laugh. Too much air in those flops? Hey, don't talk about my flops like that, Vince. You got a lot of air in those muscles. Those big daddy muscles. We got a map. Ooh. Okay, so that's locked. So I'm assuming we're just left to kind of figure things out on our own. Ooh, thought I had another one coming. Oh, okay. But what are we supposed to line up with? What did that thing say? I'm sure we'll figure this out here in the future. I'm just gonna set it back. Thank you for the blesses. Okay, let's think about this like in a logical way. Starting with one area. So we came from there. So ideally the first place you'd probably want to look is around this tree and maybe to the left up here. So let's go up here. We need more clues. Probably do. It's an exploration puzzle game, so we're probably gonna have to revisit a lot of these places. But once we kind of get started, we'll figure it out. Ooh, what'd I find? Food. I can eat that. I think we can eat that. Can I take the crystal though? It looks like the wishing crystal from the new Wonder Woman movie. Bowl of tasty pine cones. Look, when you're hungry, sometimes those pine cones, man, they just taste delicious. All right, let's stay in the main square. Okay, so what am I going to do with that plate of delicious pine cones? Okay, so that's that thing. What is... I have this down here. Oh, wait, maybe... bottom left. Okay. Okay, so that's that part there. So we got 2 of them. What did the... Was there anything on the plate that might give us a hint? No. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that's just a stump. We've been there. You can actually eat pine cones. You just need to know how to crack to get the pine nuts. Vince is as handsome as Cinder is cute. I don't know about that. Vince is pretty handsome. And I have no idea where to start. I just gotta find my first breadcrumb and kind of go from there. We got the delicious pine cones. So that's a good place to start, I guess. There's no other notes anywhere. Giant stone. Whoa. Okay, that's pretty cool. Can I get up there? What does this do? Nothing. I guess it would just... No, we just need the others. We need to find more notes. We need to find more notes. What's down here? A locked door. Okay. Let's go through here then. Let's see what's around. Oh, here we go.
When I set foot in this island, I was an enthusiastic archaeologist.
Hey, we got the rest of it.
In search for the remains of an ancient civilization, the Dulmar. In manuscripts, they refer to this place as the Forbidden World. They called it Quern.
Quern.
To
Quern.
simplify it,
Quern.
by the right of the explorer,
That's what we're
I
gonna
gave
call the
this
game,
island
Quern.
a new name. Quern.
Quern!
I
Quern!
soon realized that this world means much more than an archaeological site, and my interests expanded. To make you understand the extraordinary nature of this island, and to clarify my deeds for you, I left a series of letters around the island.
Okay. Well, now we can go open that door. What else is over here? Another plate. Ooh, treasure chest. It's locked. Did we get anything? Lancelot, take care. Thanks for hanging around. Enjoy your sleep. Okay, so now we can do this. Close, bottom right. Oops. Okay. And that one there. Okay, this should open up now. Hey, first puzzle get. Let's go. Can we get some hyper claps in the chat for that? Oh, we're so smart. Okay, so pine cones are used to attract fish. Pine cones attract fish. Okay. I'm sure that'll come in handy. What is that? Handle. Okay. Can I get a peepo G to remind that pine cones and fish? Pine cone equal fish. Peepo G. Well, can we take the hammer? Oh. Okay, so now we can come over here. Do I have to get the pine cones out of there? No! No! Come back! How do I use stuff from my inventory? Oh. No! It's not what I want! Hold on. Get a bucket? I will. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to use... I gotta figure out how to use items, I guess. Maybe I just can't use them there. Because I can, like... I can release my mouse, which is nice. All right, well, we got that lever. We got this thing. So we got to find a crank somewhere that we can use. Are you a crank? Might fit in there. Too big? Too big. Okay, so I just select it. Is how I'm gonna use it. Anything over here I can crank. Come on, man. Let me give you a crank. Let me just give you a quick crank. Come here. I gotta find something to crank. Anybody got anything I can crank? No. No. Spindaloo? Nothing in here I missed. I want that hammer though. Are we sure the crank doesn't go here? Will you take a crank? You will take a crank. Press mouse 2 to switch free mouse. Aha. Fender volley. Okay, so what do I need to do? Okay, I need to get it in there. Ah, okay, so I need to get to the bottom. Okay, I can do that. Almost. Oh, I can just do it like this. Okay. These puzzles are always such a pain. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. Almost. This was like those Tetris puzzles in Talos Principle that I hated so much. Okay, we can go down like this. How does this help me though? I need to get this over more. Okay, okay. Progress. Oh, now I'm just shuffling stones around. You're on right track the first time. I'm almost there. I just got to get this over one more, which means I need to pull that up, which means I need to move that over. Okay, almost. Oh, got it. Good job, guys. We did it. We did it. Oh my god, we did it. So smart. You guys are so freaking smart, you know that? Ooh, crystals. Press P to draw a sketch. No, N to open notebook. Oh, can I like... Oh, I can. Neat. Okay, so I can take notes.
I prepared for your arrival for decades. The only thing you need to do is to climb the stairs I've built. This is the place where my journey began, where I became truly aware of the unbelievable power this island possesses.
I don't know. What kind of power?
I was rather curious back then, so eager to discover and learn. My mind was so clear and naive.
Get Myst vibes? I think a lot of people will. I've never played Myst, but I know what it's about. I kind of seen it. It's like an island.
Begin here. I need you to inspect my studies and understand the basic utilities of these crystals. I've put an empty notebook right next to this letter. Feel free to take notes and draw sketches for yourself.
The fact that they're giving me a notebook generally means that they're going to have me going back and forth between multiple puzzles. Ooh. Okay. Look, honey, an abomination. Hey, what's up? Can I keep that? So, okay, there's some kind of, this is a code of some kind I'm sure we'll need. Remember that. Come back to it. We know it's there. The Legend of Kernlock. I don't want to read this. I don't want to read for my story. I want it hand-fed to me. Oh, what? Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh, I have it. Wait, what? Where did that chart go? Oh, there it is. Okay, so one is that little guy. Okay, so that's one. One. Two is that little S we used to draw in middle school. S with a dot. Two. 3 is a backwards F. Backwards F for 3. Backwards F, backwards F. Backwards F for 3. 4 is an O with a little thing over it. The flaps just don't stop! Unless they're doing puzzles. Then they stop to focus on the puzzle. Circle with a dash, circle with a dash. Is that a circle with a dash? Is that the only one with a circle with a dash on it? And last but not least, 5 is just T. 5 is just a T-pose, guys. We're just gonna T-pose on them. Where's T? Is there a T in here? Uh-oh. Where's the T? Where's the T? Is that it? Now! There's G. Bottom center. This one. I'm missing. Where's the T? This guy? No. It's the only T. Unless that's my circle there. It does say T, right? That is T. We found that one. We found that one. We found that one. We kind of found that one, but we can't find the T. I'm assuming this is what they want me to do. Boom. 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 Circle with a line over it. That powers this. I don't understand. We got all the other ones. Bottom left is just lol. It is. We'll come back to that. Oh, I can take this. Is there a use button? Hold on. Well, how do I use things? Key bindings. Next item, inventory, map, letters, in-game menu, free mouse. Highlight usable objects. Oh, ooh. Oh, that helps a lot. Benji, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Floppy Flock. Welcome in. Thor Alexander, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Floppy Flock. Welcome in. Okay, so I can use that too, but I need something to reach it. Can you put something in the stand with the wires by the dynamo? Let's go find out. I'm okay taking some if you've played this game before, don't give me hints unless I ask, but if you've never played this game before and we're just trying to figure it out together, look at that, you're so smart. I'll take some hints for this game because it's so open world, it's so big. Cyber Demon, take care. Thanks for stopping by. What does that? What does that do? Dude, hold the interaction button is really nice. Am I supposed to like... So this, I can, if I shine a light, if I shine that through a light, it gives me, or through a lens, it does something. How does this help me? Orange can power blue. It can. If it's refined and sent down, but I don't have any blue crystals to power. What does it do to that blue crystal back there? Nothing. I have an idea though. No. I'm still mad about this. 1, 2, 3. I don't see a T. Unless there's just so happens to be another set of, you know... What if I do like this? Does this... No, I thought maybe that would like change some of them or something. I don't know what this does. I'll try it now. Nothing. Volperin, hey, what's up? We're probably gonna have to figure out what we need to do in there before we can move on. Can it be used as a lever on the door? I tried that. The answer is no. If you're talking about this door right here, we cannot. Jesse Sinclair, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Floppy Flock. Welcome in. Done that. Can't go down there. We're gonna have to figure out what we gotta do in here. It's pretty obvious that that goes there. And that I wish I could put the pine cones right here. I don't know why that plate is there is the thing. Oh, I probably need to put a blue crystal there. I probably need to put a blue crystal there to shine something on it. But I really want to figure this out. I think those stations proved a concept. Like an orange crystal can be charged by electricity and the blue crystal can be powered by orange crystal, and blue crystal can make sand bright white. Yeah, I think you're right as well. I think this is trying to explain the mechanics of the game. So I guess I can keep this then. But this right here, because I know this is a code. I know it's the code for this. At least I think it is, because it's got a lot of the same symbols. There's the backwards F. And then we need a 0 with a line above it. I'm going to go with that guy. And then a T. But I don't know where the T is. I don't see it. I mean, there's that, but... What do you guys think? I'm not... You agree with me that this is the code for this, most likely. Right? Like, that's 1. Right? That's this guy. 2 is the S. That's 2. 3 was the backwards F. 4 is a 0 with a line above it. And a T, I don't know. But we're gonna have to finish this puzzle. We can't leave. Wait, can I unlock this? No. On the bottom right. Oh, there is one with an... Okay.
Hi Cinder. Who is a good nurse? Cinder is. Cinder is the best doggo nurse. Hope you are doing well.
Ah, am I? Draven, am I really? Am I really Draven? I hope I am. Draven, thanks for the 50 bits. Thanks for the 50 bits. I appreciate it. What's up, Draven? Nope, that's not it. 1, 2, 3, 4. None of these are T's. Ah! Maybe T is another button somewhere else? Oh, what's this? Wait, what? What did I just do? I don't know what this just did. What did I just do? I don't know. It opens one of the doors outside, does it really? Hey! How would I have known that? Oh, hold on. What did it show above it? So I want to know how I... Okay, so it did show a gate. Didn't say which one though, does it? Okay. So that can go there. Keep that in mind. Ooh. Okay, a mirror of some kind. Oh. I know where that, I think I know where that goes. Oh, there's a key in there. Okay, so I think I gotta like, somehow that crystal's gonna get melted. Oh, this is important. I don't know what I'm gonna need that for though.
Through my geological research,
Crimson Wolf, thanks for
I
the follow.
discovered that one of the island's most common endemic minerals can be used as a weak but consistent energy source. To test out their limits, I started to construct simple mechanisms designed to harness the power of these natural energy crystals.
There, I can take a note about that. Whoa, okay. Okay, watch this. Got an idea. Whoa, that's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, okay. Okay, so I need to do it in this order first. So F first. So squiggly, little tilde sign, and then a null sign, a 3, an L with a thing, and a thumb. But I did it. Okay, and then that one was second. S2. So, whoa! That was cool. I must have glitched on something. A G. Arrow pointing down. That. That. And this. I don't know how. Do I gotta go through all these? V with a pointing down. A leaf branch thing? Where is that? Is it that one? No, it's not that one. It's there, it is. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. The LOL. That one. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? A V with a dot and a slash. There it is. That, and then backwards F, and then finally the T, so that 0 with the slash and thing across it. Is it that one? Oh no, it's that one, right? Yeah, that one. Curve with a bend. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Circle with a little eyebrow. A weird letter 4, or number 4. And S with a squiggly. It didn't work! What the hell? what's up? I recognize you being in Whiskey Dingo streams a few times. I see you in recommendations. I guess it's kind of love and support. Well, hey, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to Fobby Flock. Welcome in. We're trying to decipher this puzzle. It provides the orders of the mappings. I just did that. Oh, okay. So, okay. I need the third. Okay, I need the fourth from that one. Fourth from that one. So the circle with the lines through it. Okay. Got it. I got it. S2, which is a G. T5. The S. Sideways F1, which is the tilde. And backwards F3, which is the two lines close to each other with a dash. Yes! Oh, chat, we're so freaking smart. We're so freaking smart. A gay furry, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Fobby Flock. Welcome in.
When it's time to party, we will party hard.
Dude, SK Mercury coming with a rate of 11. Holy freaking crap. SK Mercury, thanks for sharing your community with mine, and thanks for blasting my ears full of wonderful Andrew WK. What are we doing? What's up? What are we playing? Let's playing Spiritfarer. Ooh, I've seen that game. I know a lot of people said it's really good, but also sad. Jarian, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Fobby Flock. Welcome in. Guys, what's up? We're playing Quern. Quern? Quern? It's a puzzle game. It's an adventure puzzle game. We're going to try to figure out these puzzles together. Okay, so that's locked. Thanks for the raid, SK. Andrew WK, always great. Always great, Andrew WK. Okay, but I got the bucket and the pine cone, so now I can go... Let's go back over to the hook. Have you played Portal 1 and Portal 2? Of course. Who hasn't played the Portal games thus far? If you still haven't played either of the Portal games, then you're missing out. Also, I like genuinely love puzzle games, so of course I've played the Portal games. They're like some of the best. Hey, we got an electric fish. We got like an eel. We got this thing. Dory, you only played Portal 2 recently? What? Dude, it's such a good game. It's okay, as long as you get to enjoy the amazingness that is Portal and Portal 2, which are just both amazing, fantastic games. Can I? No, I can't shock that. But I feel like this should do more. Oh! I have powered crystal now, but my old crystal stayed. Okay, so now I have a powered crystal and I'm glowing. Maybe just a hint that you're done with the puzzle. I didn't really fully explore all this. Okay. Okay. What else is over here? Another one of these things. I got a rectal exam stick. I'm not sticking that up anybody's butt. Also, I don't get paid enough to do rectal exams. I make the docs do it. Your fur is glowing? I know, I'm glowing. How big is this place? It's rather big. Where am I? I'm right here. Hey, shortcut. I can't climb over that. Are you serious? Some adventurer we are. We can't even climb over a small gap. Can I use this energized one to open that door? No. I don't like that that's still in there. Creeps me out. That's the only thing left down here to interact with is that key. Oh, what if I replace the other one with the blue one now? Okay. Watch this. So that telescope that we were using earlier, what if I replace it? So I don't think there's anything else down here. There's that. Because this shows like images and stuff. So maybe, was that 2? Can I aim it down there? I put the orange one. So, okay. Remember that dish you opened up? What does that do? Oh.
When it's time to party, we will party hard.
Dude, holy freaking fucking crap. Weird Romance coming with a rate of 53. God damn. Dude, guys, it's a bird attack. Hold on, cover your head. Hold on, look out. Look out for all the bird shit is coming. They're gonna poop on everything. Your car is gonna get covered in it. If you get it on your head, well, I guess it's actually kind of good luck. It's supposed to be good luck. Weird Romance, thanks for sharing your community with mine, and thanks for blasting my ears full of wonderful Andrew WK. We're playing Quern. It's a puzzle game that we're trying to figure out. What are we doing? What are we playing? Thanks for the raid. Dark Souls. Dark Souls 2. I've never played any of the Dark Souls games. How'd you do? Are you winning, son? Did you win? Let me rephrase that. How many times did you die? I came here to say, I had to come here when I saw you playing this game. Have you played this game? Weird Romance, were you the one who recommended it? Somebody recommended this game. I don't know. There's... Is there another one of these somewhere? These buttons? I also still think that that should work, but... Lila Sharpfang, thanks for the follow. I'll carry you. Thanks for the follow. Typhon Plume, thanks for the follow. Welcome in, guys. You are the one who recommended it. Okay. So far, we're making some progress. Can't say it's going extremely fast, but we're, you know, progress is progress. Didn't open that up. Lucas, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Fobby Flock. Welcome in. You've played some of it before and loved it? This is my favorite genre of game. I just like puzzle games in general. Okay, there's two. I like puzzle games in general, so for me, this is... I'm excited for this. Oh, wait, hold on. I have my notebook with that picture. I don't understand. I don't know if that's... Am I just guessing this then? No! Okay. One. Alke Rayu. Oh, Alka Rayu. I'm sorry, Alka Rayu. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to Fobby Flock. Alka Rayu. Oh my god. I promise I actually know how to read. Dude, the Luminous Dragon coming with the tier 1 sub for 2 freaking months. The Luminous Dragon, you're covered under collie care from the flops to the beans. I got you covered. Thanks for the continued support. What did that do? What did that do? Spam the flops, guys, while I figure out what that did. Did it open up one of these doors? Did that unlock the key? I don't think so. I'd be very surprised if it did, but maybe. Nope, it most certainly did not. What did that do? It's a big thing with these games when you finish the puzzle. What did that do? I mean, seriously though, what did it do? It did something. Oh, it opened up this. Okay, well, I need a screwdriver. Oh, I know where this goes. How does it help me? I missed a button at the end. Oh, did I? No. Answer the friggin' door, let me in! We are still technically missing a door component, but it didn't even like make a noise like I was doing the right thing. All right, well, let me go get my lantern back, because I don't want to lose that. Ah, I knew there'd be something over there. I don't know what it means. Maybe that powers something on the other side. It's like right out there. Where is that? Where am I? I'm here. So it's down here. Crystal Lab on the other side of that. I think it connects those two. There's something down there. You guys see this like metal thing here? I wonder if that moves. I don't know. Is there writing visible? Yeah, it's it shows all the hidden messages, so I gotta look for hidden messages too. Need like a screwdriver for that. This we know. But I don't know how to open it. Yeah, it does sound like I need something else in there. Hello? Let me in! working. Hey, what's up? I don't know. You guys got any ideas? Is there something else I can do with this telescope? I also don't know what this is. One. No, I think I've done all I can do with that. Something up there. Maybe the keypad, instead of pressing every button, just start, finish, corners. I think pressing all the buttons is the right way to do it. I just think we're missing this. That sound is coming from there. Just need that breadcrumb, something to give me an idea of what to do next. There was a mirror thing above one of the buttons? You talking about this one down here? Totally not, Chip! I am not. I showered. I showered today. If you're talking about this one, we already did this. So actually, I should probably... No, I'll leave it open. Yeah, we did this already. Higher? You talking about that up there? I already tried this, I thought. Yeah, nothing. If that's what you're talking about. Doing that just does that, which I don't need. I wonder if the pentagram socket means 5 key presses rather than large sequence of buttons. I'm not sure. The crystal lab. I saw writing with the blue on the crystal lab. Okay. You might have. It might have been the stuff on the wall that we've already seen. Like that we already know. Yeah, if that's what you're talking about, we've already done that. Outside of the blocks? What do you mean? The only thing I know of that we haven't really figured out what its purpose is this thing over here. And when I do that, something clicks into place. You hear that? Go up front to the left. Like out here? Or like out here? Yeah, this, you're talking about this right here? We know about that. It's just, it's not gonna work until we get this piece. Where does that wiring go? It goes like pictures on the stones in the slide puzzle. Is there? Oh. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I gotta do this upside down? Hey! We got a key. We got a key. I don't know what the key goes to. I'm gonna guess it goes to down here. Hey, hey! Yes, it does. We got another letter.
It's time you learn the truth about this island.
Good catch.
As you probably
Metalworking, good
noticed by
catch.
now, this world has no day-night cycle, nor weather changes at all.
Well, how will I
In
sleep?
fact, the whole concept of time has a different meaning in this place. For one who stays in this world, the
Charles,
relative
hey,
time
what's
in
up,
other
Charles?
worlds appears static or fixed. This incredibly powerful phenomenon also prevents the aging of living tissue. When I realized this, I was eager to find out what kind of
We're
eternal
eternal.
source gives Quern this extraordinary power.
It's the key to my heart. Aw.
It
You
made
can
me
have it
forget
back.
the task I originally came here for. The archaeological exploration of the Dulmerian city has become irrelevant.
Tempest, time commander of all things. Tempest, Rerum. Okay. Oh, we get more stuff. We got that. I know where that exactly where that goes. This is gonna go in our door. Hey, what's this? Ooh, a key. Okay. Running paw, take care. Hey, hey. Moving on up. North Shore. Hmm. Oh, another letter.
This shore is special.
Anxiety, thanks for the follow.
The physical work I used to do
Welcome to
here
the Floppy Flock,
helped
welcome
me
in.
calm my restless mind. Besides preventing the natural decline of organisms, the phenomenon also eliminates any need of nutrition.
Ugh.
This means
But I
that
wanna
despite
eat.
the dry weather, the trees and bushes around here could easily be millions of years old. As I realized that time is no longer an obstacle, I had the opportunity to learn and perfect all of my artisan skills. This is the very place where I became a craftsman. After mastering blacksmithing and carpentry, I started to practice more advanced mechanical engineering.
You got bored. Damn it. Out, in, out, no. Out, in, out, in, no. Out, in, out, in, no. Out, in, out, in, out. No, god damn it! 1, 1, 2, boom, boom. Boom. No. Out, in, out, in, out. Hey! We got another key. Okay, so this is definitely a forge. I need rungs for a ladder. Can I use the tree branches as rungs? Make pizza in the oven? If only. Yeah, but nutrition is irrelevant out here. I know what that does. At least I think I know what I gotta do with that. Okay, this is gonna go to that chest over here. So I have that one, and then there's this guy over here. That's got an arrow? We gotta remember that. I took a note of it. Okay. That's just a handle. I think I might know where that handle goes. Dude, no one told me there were gonna be skeletons in this game. I didn't sign up for that. Oh, it's so creepy. I didn't sign up for no skeletons. Still not quite sure what this does. This is someone just playing the pan drum is all it is in the music in the background. It's just pan drum. It's nice. Okay, I think I'm officially done with the gem factory. At think we can move on from there. I have nothing to do with that yet. Nah, I'm not afraid of skeletons. I just like the whole idea of like, oh crap, there's skeletons. Nobody told me, it's too spooky. Have we seen anything to indicate like this? I mean, I can just... Jalen Wolf, hey, what's up? Okay, I could think like, it's got to be something from this, right? Is it like 2104 2001? I think I took a note of that. Combine that one with the other diagram. The handle? Wait, what? Okay, I'm gonna say 2-1. I took a picture of this, so I can do that. Hold on, guys. Guys, settle. What handle? Oh, this goes here. Okay, there it goes. Okay. Oh, okay. Wait, what? I'm assuming 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, don't tell me. I'll figure it out. Then how do you do 0? What? There's 4 different buttons on here, which means I need to do this 4 different times. There's 4 on here. 2, I'm assuming like 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be 4 plus 2, 4, 2. The one with the arrow is the order. The first one has a slash, so see the position on the other one. So like there and there. So like this. Oh, okay. First, so, okay. Slash, slash. Okay. Okay, hold on. Yes, okay, I got it. Guy who reads, look, okay, it clicked. I understood. I understood. Look, I don't normally ask for help on these puzzles because I like to try to figure them out on my own, but some of these, I have a feeling we're going to be stuck for a while if I don't ask for help. That's a big ass key. Screw you, Spooky Skull. Okay. Still doesn't go there. Giuseppe, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Fobby Flock. Welcome in. I got this key that can change into things and a crank. More cranking. Looks like a wind-up key, yeah. Still don't know what the hell I need to do over here. I don't know what that. What the hell do I need a wind-up key for? We're gonna find something that's even weight with that? Still can't go over there. Nothing in there. Nothing left for me to do over here. Oh wait, here we go. I don't know what key shape I need to make. Maybe that's not because that's not what it's for. Looks like a handle, a crank of some kind. I got so many freaking cranks. You figured out what? You figured out the cranks? Oh yeah, that boat. Where am I going? What did we end up doing with the fishbowl? It turned, we caught an electric fish and we charged this blue crystal with it. Can I take the crank back? Okay, so I'm gonna have to make music with that. Where the hell am I? I'm all the way over here, crossing island. Oh, Jesus. Sputnik, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Floppy Flock. Welcome in. Okay, so these are the jugs I'm gonna make music with. I can tell you that much. Oh, geez. Okay. We'll get to that in a sec. What else is there to mess around here? Oh, that dissolves crystal. I can dissolve that big crystal then. Okay, there's another jug. A spoon to do meth with. Okay, looks like I ain't going anywhere till I figure out these puzzles. Is Tux a good boy? Of course he is. What kind of question is that? Come back to that. I don't know how we're gonna figure that out. We're gonna have to though. Let's focus on chemistry for a second.
I hope you enjoyed the ride. Unfortunately, the boat was only designed to get you here. This is the place where I dive deep
USDA Prime!
about the vegetation of the island. Though herbology and chemistry were far from my original expertise, by studying the experiments, recipes, and manuscripts of the Dulmarians, I had everything I needed to master these arts. At the time, I thought the opportunity this place offered me was a blessing. I was a wanderer back then, who always enjoyed being alone. I've never been a people person. Though I was undoubtedly on my own, sometimes I had the strange feeling that someone or something was watching me.
You stop watching me, please! I'm trying to do puzzles. One of that. What is that? Ferru. One Ferru. One Taxon. There's none in there. One scoop green. Two white, one yellow. I need a little crystal there to start the fire. Glad I dropped in for a quick while, but I gotta go, unfortunately. Take care, Deadly Gamer! Oh, okay, so that's the musical note one, so... Okay. Shit. Okay, so the lowest one needs to go... the lowest one and then the highest one. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. I got this. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Let's figure out which is which. I think I had it in the right order. Low. Higher. Highest. Okay, so that's the lowest. That's the highest. Lowest and highest need to be the second. Okay, these last ones. So, lowest, highest. Higher than that one. Okay, so that's the second lowest. Second lowest needs to go last. I think that's it. What? Oh, did I get these mixed up? No, because it goes low, high. Medium. Sounds right to me.
Woohoo! Shotspot!
Medium and higher backwards. Nope, because it just went down. So I think those need to be switched. This one is definitely the highest. This one needs to be here. And that one's definitely the lowest. Those two are in the right spot. Lucas, take care. This needs to be number 2. This has got to be it. Down. Up. Switch second and last. Sorry, I was trying to
Oops,
listen
I
to
missed
music.
class, but here's 6 months to make up for
Dude,
that.
the Unique Foxy coming up with the tier 1 sub for half a freaking year. Dude, Unique Foxy, you're covered under color care. From the uniqueness of your fox to those little paws, I got you covered. Thanks for the 6 months. Hold on, I gotta listen to this again. Hold on. Low, high, lowest, highest. Switch those two. Up, down. This has got to be it. What the hell? There's another pot. Oh, for the love of Christ. You know! Wait, what? In the notes, there's an unused... Yeah, there is an unused line. Thank you! I would have figured it out eventually, I'm sure. Oh, that waters these plants. What do I need tongs for? Can I click them together? Now I got this extra bottle. Oh, that's how we make, we're gonna make something with this.
I often visited these gardens to relax and to admire the beauty of nature. The Dalmarians already separated and named all of the native herbs. I decided to keep their original names. You're probably wondering why all of these plants are dry, considering the unique attributes of the island. The truth is, they cannot wither naturally here, so I had to weaken them myself. It was necessary in order to force you to follow the path I've laid out for you. To be able to proceed,
I can go back to that
it is
thing over by the,
essential to find a way to revitalize these
we're familiar
herbs.
with that. I know where that is.
There's no reason to be worried. Just barely, but they are alive.
Key. Whoa. Okay. Can I can press things over here. Take a picture of that. Stupid pots. Stupid fucking pots. Yeah, you can go ahead and mess with the stupid pots. Stupid pots. I still need a heat source for this. Oh, this key will get me out, I'm sure. Yes, it will. Hey, we connected. Okay. We've got a lot of stuff to use now. I think I can use these tongs to get that electric fish. Maybe not. But there is this. Okay, so that does those two. Oh, okay, they always do the two across from them. Got it. There it goes. Pick up the electric fish with the metal tongs. Look, I thought it would work, okay? I think it's a sound idea. Ooh, that'll start that fire for us. So we can start alchemizing. Let's go alchemize a little bit before we end the stream. Look, Snugs, I thought it was a good idea. Okay, maybe I can kill myself. Apparently I'm immortal in this land, so you know. Just wanted to end it all, so. Jesus, what do I need to make? Taxon? What do I make taxon? One of that. Tessa Zen. What's Tessa Zen? Okay, that's the blue one. What do I use? How do I put water in there? Am I okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Why? Do I not seem fine? You know what? We're gonna figure out the chemistry. We're gonna figure out the alchemy later. We're gonna call it there because I'm not about to get into this whole alchemy stuff right now. Let's go figure out someone to raid because I'm hungry. My brain needs food. Shouldn't we go off the scroll? Probably. We'll look into this the next time we play. That's it for me today. Yo, Swizzle, what's up, Swizzle? I think I've exhausted all my thinking for today. Oh, my joke about whatever. You're fine. It's fine. Don't look into it too much. That's fine. What's this? Guys, who are we raiding? Who do you want to raid? Do we want to raid Tristan? He's playing Outer Wilds. We could also raid Dorio. We've never raided Dorio before. Have we? Maybe like once. Ahmed's, we raided Ahmed's recently. Puffy? I've raided Puffy recently too. Huh. I hate this part. I don't like choosing. Let's go raid Pilot. Yeah, let's raid Pilot. I'm okay with Pilot. I like Pilot. We're gonna spam cheek dot because he's a cheek dot. He's a chef. They got cheek dots. Guys, I hope you learned something today. I hope you had a good day. I hope you enjoyed the lecture, and we're gonna play more Quern. We're gonna play more next time. I might stream tomorrow. I'll see how I feel. If not tomorrow, the next stream will be Monday. Okay? If not tomorrow, Monday. I'll see you guys then. Let's make sure we hit up the discharge desk on the way out. Make sure you have your insurance cards ready. Co-payments due at time of treatment, all that other stuff. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see you guys next time, either tomorrow or Monday. Tomorrow or Monday. Until then, bye.